basketballs? What is it, April? Why don't I hit basketballs right now? Ryan. What is Ryan doing? It's not basketball season.
I'm the man, I'm the man. Yes I am, yes I am, yes I am. I'm the man, I'm the man, I'm the man. I believe every lie that I ever told, paid for every heart that I ever stole. I played my cards and I didn't fold. Well, it ain't that hard when you got sold. Somewhere I heard that life is a test. I've been through the worst, but I still give my best. God made my mold different from the rest. Then he broke that mold, so I know I'm blessed. Stand up now and face the sun. Won't hide my tail or turn and run. It's time to do what must be done.
Alright, let's see what this place is all about.
Well, you can tell everybody. Yeah, you can tell
Good morning, Abington High School. Today is August 26th, and welcome back.
It's legit.
What is Green Wave Pride?
What is Green Wave Pride?
It means a team working toward a common goal.
The slot formation, looking to throw, they can put it out in the flat. It's a back pass! It's a lateral pass! It's a lateral! The Green Wave pick it up! They're running down the far side! It's a touchdown! Mariano Skagit! Touchdown, Green Wave!
School accomplishments, whether it be in athletics, whether it be in something else.
Community that is there for each other no matter what obstacles come in the way.
Develop as both individuals and as a group in terms of how to be a part of a group.
We look back at our high school years, and I think for those kids, since this came out, GWP, I think those kids look back at it and, you know, I think they recognize it, I think they see it, I think they look at it as something that was pretty special.
What is a Green Wave student athlete?
In my experience, there's no such thing as a typical student athlete. I think it's a huge range. I think there's the student athlete, you know, who is driven by athletics and says, "This is my future in athletics, and this is what I want to get out of Abington High School athletics," because we have very dominant programs in our league. But I think there's also many students who see athletics as, you know, that co-curricular piece, that it fulfills different parts of their lives. I think we do pretty well at that we know our job is academics. We know our job is to prepare you for life after high school.
Things. Very rarely you will find a single sport athlete. They're normally involved in two or more. They're also normally involved with some other aspect of school, whether it be school politics or student council, volunteering for any of the number of clubs that are involved in town, and just generally being involved. Some of them you'll see working with the younger classes as a coach or an assistant coach during summer camps and whatnot. And they're just always involved. They're always out there, and they're visible and they're noticed. And it's just a great thing to see.
What are these students proud of?
As you know, a high school in those grades 9, 10, 11, and 12. And you know, what are you most proud of? You're most proud of the fact is that you hope that each and every one of those kids that you have, whether it be the kids that I used to have in my classroom, whether it be the kids that I would have had, you know, in football, or when I coached basketball or baseball, when I coached that also. You just hope that, you know, you give them something that they can use in their life or later on. You also give them I hope you give them something that they can use to better themselves, you know, as they're a freshman, sophomore, junior, senior, as they're a JV player, freshman player, varsity player, whatever they're playing. You just hope that you have a little bit of an impact, all right, on their lives. Not so much about anything, but just the type of person that you should be, and how you should present yourself, and how you should work, and what kind of effort that you should show.
What is our role as students in the community?
Over the years, our athletes have been probably the most predominant when there's a family in need, when there's been a tragedy, I think is when I most notice it.
We always come together in good and bad times.
Frequently there are fundraisers for the school and for their sports programs, such as car washes. The biggest thing that most of the student athletes here at Abington High are involved with is the Boosters Door-to-Door Drive, which helps it's the biggest fundraiser for boosters and raises a substantial amount of cash for the sub-varsity sports programs here at Abington High.
But I know there's probably other things they do less noticeable to the community, like paint the weight room. You know, they're not as obvious. I've seen student athletes out here planting shrubs in the summer when nobody's here. Yes, there are a lot of subtle things.
I've also seen them volunteering at the Coombs Road Race, where they provide assistance and aid, water stations, cleanup, setup, anything that's needed to help the road race be a successful event in town.
After my 4 years here at Abington High School, I think that I've really come to realize what Green Wave Pride is. And it's pretty much the whole student body coming together as one to achieve many different common goals. Becoming involved in the community is a big part of being an Abington High School student. You see the football players in flag football and the classes doing car washes. It's a big part because the community supports us and they keep the sports going. So it's always good to give back to them. Your typical student athlete would be a kid who puts forth his best effort, first in the classroom and secondly on the field. He doesn't have to be the biggest, the strongest, the fastest. They just have to put in the most work. As Green Wave student athletes, we're proud of the tradition in which we have to uphold, set by those who previously graduated before us, and it only attests to the saying, tradition never graduates.